Hi guys, and welcome back to today's video. I hope you're doing well, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Dana and I'd love to have you join me and my family, and you can do so by hitting the subscribe button down below. But today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite character building books for kids, and these are all books that just have really sweet stories. It encourages whether it be bravery or courage, friendship, gentleness, everything that you want in your children. But they're all just sweet, simple stories, and I've learned over the few short years that I have been a parent that books can be a powerful, powerful way to instill different character traits in my kiddos. This is actually also a collab with a bunch of other wonderful ladies that I've gotten to know over here on YouTube, and I'll be sure to have their channels linked down below, as well as a playlist of other mamas sharing their favorite character building books as well. So yeah, be sure to go check that out, and let's get into it. My first book, which I know you're probably all familiar with, which is Frog and Toad Are Friends. This was part of the My Father's World kindergarten curriculum. And this is such a sweet story about friendship. They're two, just a frog and a toad. They live life together, they going on adventures together, they care for each other, and it teaches the kiddos just the value, just the incredible value of friendship. So I would definitely recommend this one. And the other one that we have that was also part of the My Father's World kindergarten curriculum is this little book called Swimmy. It is about a brave little fish who encourages all the other little fish to work together and to stick together. And he teaches them how to be brave. And by teaching them how to be brave, he teaches them that they can get out of their comfort zone, and they all swim together out to the big scary part of the ocean, all because one little fish was brave enough to step out of his comfort zone. And it's just a really, really cute book about courage and also about bravery and friendship. My next favorite is Fritz and the Beautiful Horses. This is also, I think the first 5 or 6 books here are from My Father's World kindergarten curriculum. But yeah, this is Fritz and the Beautiful Horses. It's all about this little horse who he is not a fine, beautiful horse like all these little horses are. And he really struggles with his identity because nobody wants to ride just a simple, humble horse. And at the end of the day, he ends up saving the day because he chooses to be brave, and he is kind, and everyone celebrates him and cherishes him. And then at the end of the story, he ends up being adored by all the little children. And it teaches the kiddos too. We've had really good discussions on what is in the heart, what you are inside, especially as we saw here. This kindness and gentleness of the horse is so much better than outside appearances. So this is a great, great story to make that aspect of character come to life. And then another one is Tacky the Penguin. And I love this because it teaches the kids that they do not have to fit in. Like, they don't have to follow the mold, they don't have to follow the crowd. And this is Tacky the Penguin. He does not fit in with his sleek and graceful companions, but they find his differences less annoying when his odd behavior saves the day. It's just a really, really sweetly illustrated book. And it's all about how he uses his just, tacky little ways and ends up saving all the penguins and ends up being the hero at the end of it, all because he chose not to fit in. So this is a really sweet book, and I really enjoy this one as well. Next favorite is The Tortoise and the Hare. And this is a great, great book for kiddos, learning that patience and perseverance, even if you can't think you do something, even if you fail the first time, even if you want to stop, that you continue and you keep going. And it's a phenomenal, phenomenal book. And of course the turtle does win because he persevered through the very end. And the kiddos actually, after reading this, they actually use the word perseverance a lot now because it's a big word for them, so they feel very, big when they say it. So it's a great, great way for them to learn what that meaning of the word is through that fun book. My favorite is A Little Jewel Bird. And it is a story about this little tiny hummingbird, and these little kiddos find it outside their window, and they spend the entire book just caring for it and loving it and treating it gently and kindly and helping it be strong again to go out and fly back to its mama. It's just a really sweet story. It teaches them the value of caring for things that are small and that are little, and every little thing that God made is important. And having a book that actually shows that to the children, that we actually care for all of God's creation, is just a great, great addition to any bookshelf. Another one of my favorite, this is also from My Father's World, it's The Crossroads of Character. And you learn character by following these 6 little cousins on their daily adventures. This book is by Kate Boyer Brown and Marilyn Boyer, and we have actually just really enjoyed it. But it goes through all the different character traits. Here's obedience. And it just kind of gives real life stories on the different character traits. So you read the little story to the kiddos, and then you discuss it, and we talk about, you know, what it looks like in other kids' lives, and what it looks like when they obey. And then here's another one about patience. So then we talk about what it looks like when we are patient, which then can also be tied into the tortoise and the hare, because they persevered, and because the tortoise was patient, he ended up winning the race. And there's another sweet one about honesty. So you read the story to the kiddos, and then it's a real life story, like little kids that are walking through the same ages as your little ones are, or stages I should say. And yeah, you just talk about the character trait, what it means to them, and you kind of just go from there. Next set is actually a newfound favorite of mine. It is a whole series, and it is called The Fruity Friends. I think I might have shared these books once or twice on my channel, but I believe there's 8 in the series. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're Fruity Friends, and it goes through the entire fruit of the Spirit. So the first one we have is the fruit of goodness, Barnabas the banana. Then we have Patty Peach, which is fruit of gentleness. And then we have fruit of love, which is Stella the strawberry. Then we have Adam Apple, which is the fruit of self-control. Then we have the fruit of joy, which is Priscilla the pineapple. And then we have fruit of peace, which is Willie the watermelon. Then we have fruit of patience, which is Leo lemon. This is Oliver's favorite because it's yellow. And then the fruit of kindness, which is Gabriel grape. But the illustrations on here are beautiful, and it's actually illustrating to the children what it means. So the first page here, for example, in Gabriel Grape, is kindness is a language that all can see and all can hear. It is your acts of kindness that bless others throughout the year. So the entire book is a poem pretty much, and each page rhymes into the next, so it's really easy for the kids to understand. And I actually really like poems because they actually also memorize these books as well. And whenever they're struggling with something, for example, the Patty Peach on the fruit of gentleness, this one here, they'll actually refer to this a lot. And for example, this page here says, he calls us to be good people and represent his love, to have mercy, kindness, gentleness, and patience from above. And so sometimes I'll catch the kids saying, oh, we need to have patience from above. But the illustrations are sweet and simple. And at the top of every page, you'll also have a Bible verse that the kiddos can memorize as well, all about gentleness. So the entire Fruity Friends are all about the fruit of the Spirit. And I think out of all the books here that I have talked about so far, or will be talking about, this series by far is probably my favorite. My next favorite is also a series. It is the How to Behave and Why series, and How to Speak Politely and Manners Can Be Fun. But it's this set here. The first one here is Manners Can Be Fun, this one right here. And then we have the How to Speak Politely, and How to Behave and Why. But here's what the illustrations look like inside. Really simple, kind of just sweet sayings and poems for the kiddos to memorize. For example, it says, no matter where you are or who you are, there are 4 main things that you have to do if you want to make good friends and keep them. You have to be honest, you have to be fair, you have to be strong, and you have to be wise. And there is no good in trying to fool yourself. All that is not so easy. Honest, fair, strong, and wise. There are 4 things you have to be. So let's take them apart slowly and find out why. And then they go through honest, and then fair, and strong, and wise. And it teaches the strong value of friendship, which then goes into your strong value of family relationship. And yeah, I love this series. It's been really good for us and the kiddos to do together. This is called Big Thoughts for Little People. It's all about learning biblical concepts using the ABCs. And it's just another really great character trait book. A is for asking. We ask God when we pray. And it just goes through the entire alphabet. So A is for asking. We ask when we pray. God is happy to answer and help us each day. So it goes through, again, all kinds of different character traits in here. H is for helping, joy is for joyful, K is for kindness. So K is for kindness to Grandma and Grandpa and Gram. Be helpful to others and be sweet as a lamb. So here's K for kindness. But this is just a really, really sweet book. We have loved this one so far. But yeah, that is everything today, guys. The last thing I would probably mention when it comes to character books for the kids, and this is something that I've learned through my short journey so far as a parent, but you can have like all the different character books. You could have the Fruit of the Spirit books. You can have all these books about, like I said, perseverance, bravery, gentleness, love. You can have it all. You can have a whole bookshelf full. But at the end of the day, they are also, which is the most powerful thing, they are also going to be watching us as a parent, how we live. They are going to be listening to how we talk to our husbands, how we talk to our other family members, how we talk to friends who we may not agree with. And that is actually what they're going to pick up more from than all the books I showed you or all the stories or anything like that. It is living in the everyday that they will pick up on. And I've opened my eyes to that a lot more, I think, in the past few months because I've been, you know, tired from the newborn phase. And so some days I am more short than others, and I feel like I open my eyes to that because then on those days I also realize they're being shorter to each other. And it goes along the line, like you've heard a million times, like if mommy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. But it's kind of true. Like we set the tone in our homes, and we can read, like I said, everything, and they might hear it, but if we don't actually also live out for them what we're reading to them, then they might not grasp it and they might not learn it because they watch us, they see everything we do and everything that's said. But yeah, so guys, I will stop talking now before you sit here forever. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I will have the playlist linked down below of all the other mamas sharing their favorite books as well, so be sure to go check that out, and we will see you in our next video. Bye guys.